Hi, my name is Nora Hosseini, and I'm a data scientist at TIBCO, and I'm here to teach you how to get the most out of using Team Studio. One of the most important steps before even doing sort of modeling and using other algorithms to create predictions of our data is actually understanding what the data looks like itself. Data quality is arguably more important than whatever algorithm you choose to use downstream. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you about some of the visualization operators that are available to you to help you understand what exactly maybe nuances in your data that you would miss if you were just building a generic workflow. So in this case, we have a data set where we are looking at different types of customers who may or may not have bought from us before. We're talking about smartphones, so we're in particular looking at whether they've searched for a particular type of smartphone, and we have other characteristics about them, so where they live, their age, their tenure with their company, as well as some other campaign information. But let's say we're interested in some of the demographic data. Maybe we want to understand a little bit more about the customer age, and we're not too particular about the specifics, but we do kind of want to know within what age brackets our customers or could be customers would fall into. So a way to do this would be to use the histogram operator. If we drop in the histogram operator and connect it to our data set, we can then edit the operator properties. And what we have to do is configure the bins. So essentially we're being asked which column are we interested in. So we're talking about customer age here. We can bin it into 10 bins or more. I think that 10 bins is perfectly fine in this case if we're assuming age range of maybe 20 to 80 or something like that. 10 bins is more than enough. That's the default, but you can specify that. You can also, if you prefer, specify the width of each bin as opposed to the number of the bins, if that's something that you think is more appropriate. So if we wanted to be specific about it being a 5-year width, for example, that could be something we could do as well. But I'm going to go ahead with the 10 bin default value to just see what our age distribution looks like. So if I click OK and then step run our operator. So our histogram operator gives us a categorization of the different bins. So here we have counted our customers and seen that we are looking at slightly younger demographic here, right? So we're looking at people who are under the age of, say, 34. That tends to be our most populous age category, with the 29 to 34 range being the most populous. What about if we wanted to find out some other information about our customers? So say, for example, we were interested in the tenure of the customer with the customer age. So we're going to be a little bit more specific here, where we're going to see, okay, how long would someone be likely to be with us, depending on whatever age they are. To do this, we could drag in a line chart operator and configure that. So the way that we would configure this is, as always, everything that needs to be specified is highlighted yellow. So here the x-axis or y-axis values can be specified. So I'm going to do it this way around, where we're going to look at customer age. That will be our x-axis, with the y-axis value being the tenure with the company. But I want it not to be the sum, I want it to be the average. So I'd want to know roughly what is the average age of someone, what is the average tenure that someone has been with us based on their age. You can do other aggregation methods, of course, but this is the one I'm going to go for this example. So I press OK and step run this. So if we look at the line chart, we can see what we saw in the bins is confirmed, that The 25 to 30, and generally under the 35 bracket, people have been with the company for a lot longer. So maybe this means there's something that this company is doing that is getting into this a specific age demographic. And we can see that there might be an opportunity here with older customers who haven't been with a company as long, and therefore maybe we should be focusing our efforts on the older customer range and figuring out how to reach out to them. So this is an interesting insight that we have direct from the operator. If we are going to create a model that would predict how likely someone is to buy with us, then generally speaking, it is a good idea to check the weight imbalance of our classes, right? So this would be a way to make sure that we have good representation of our classes, and then our classifier will not just throw out a continuous yes for everybody because, or in this case, no for everybody because no is the most populous category. A way to do this would be to look at frequency. So if we use our frequency operator and drop that in, see what we need to configure. In this case, we just need to select the columns. So in this case, I'm just going to select the has bought column, and this will automatically compute the frequency of the two classes, whether they have bought or not from us previously. And we can see that maybe it's a bit skewed. Maybe we would need to do some kind of balancing between the two. Our yes category is populated, so it's not negligible, but it might give us better predictions if we were to try to use some balancing techniques between the two, as our no category is considerably more populated. So this is interesting because it provides insight into what we could do with our modeling techniques further down. To see all the operators available to you to do different visualizations, you just need to select the Explore from the operator dropdown, and maybe dependent on your data, other types of visualizations might be more appropriate. But starting with exploratory data analysis, also known as EDA, is a good first step.